This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Thank you, David. Welcome to DBL. It's Wednesday, July 24th, and it's 21st. I'm Tori. I'm here with Lindsay and Erica, and it's Ladies' Day. I'm very excited for it. How are you both?
It is Ladies' Day.
It's Ladies' Day. Good? Feeling good?
I feel good. You guys look great.
You look great.
I'm trying.
We all look great. That's great. All right, let's get started because I'm sure you're all worried about this. The Delta variant, let's talk about it. It's getting super serious. The CDC is now saying it accounts for a whopping 83% of new COVID infections. Now, some experts are saying it's time to mask up again, even if you're vaccinated. Check out this clip from Anderson Cooper.
You know, I know that if you're fully vaccinated like you and I are, our risk of both getting sick and transmitting it to our children is low. But if you're in an area where there's a lot of infection, or if you're worried about that risk of transmission, then wearing a mask, especially in indoor settings when you go out, is the right thing to do. That's what I do.
Okay, so are you both ready to mask up again? How do you feel? We've got some strong stats here, just so you guys know. Life expectancy in the U.S. has fallen by 1.5 years in 2020 because of COVID. That's the largest since World War II. So we're seeing dramatic impact. What do you think about masks, Lindsay?
I think it's frustrating because before the summer, we were listening to Joe Biden speak and say, by July 4th, we can be maskless at these 4th of July barbecues. And now we're actually in the summer and we're hearing these messages of mask back up again. I mean, I literally just got off the phone with my doctor and she was like, still wear a mask at the grocery store. She's like,
you're pregnant. Do you wear masks?
Well, I felt a little bit freer during this time, to be honest, that I can walk around and feel a little safe, especially because we were all moving forward because I've been vaccinated. But it's like now, you know, I want to protect my kid. I want to pass the antibodies to my child, but it still is like frustrating to know that the whole world is back to lockdown. And I had a close friend, just cancel a trip to Europe because of restrictions that are just piling up. So it feels like last year all over again.
Well, I was in LA this weekend and the mask mandate came back at midnight on Sunday. So we literally went up to the hotel room and then when we came back down, everyone was supposed to be in masks that morning. So, but also being in California, I'm like, this is like a different planet. Like the conversations that were being had, like a lot of people, you know, California, a lot of people are not getting vaccinated. There are people who are just completely feeling like this is a political issue. I just, you know, at this point, I'm done having the conversation with people. Like, it's a personal choice. And if people are choosing not to get vaccinated, then that's their choice. And I understand that some people find it selfish. Some people find it, you know, a political thing. Some people think that it's just a humanitarian thing to do. But whatever your stance is, it's your stance, and no amount of information is going to change that for most people.
Or convince you. I completely agree. You don't want to convince anyone. I still think that's why we need, if you want all or nothing with 80% of human herd immunity, you need all or nothing. And right now, we aren't there, so we have nothing. So if you want all, I think there has to be a mandate. I know a lot of you disagree with me, but that's my point of view. All right, speaking of COVID, Fox News has been one of the biggest platforms for skeptics and even critics of the COVID vaccine, some even spreading misinformation. But now Fox sounds like it's changing its tune. So check out this clip from Fox and Friends.
People who are pregnant are reluctant to get it before the baby comes, and so there are people. But everybody else, if you have the chance, get the shot.
But if
it'll
you
save
don't,
your life.
well,
Steve Ducey encouraging people to do so. Even more surprising to some, what was said was that Sean Hannity had to say about the vaccine on his show earlier this week. Let's take a look at that.
Please take COVID seriously. I can't say it enough. Enough people have died. We don't need any more deaths. Research like crazy. Talk to your doctor, your doctors, medical professionals you trust. And it absolutely makes sense for many Americans to get vaccinated. I believe in science. I believe in the science of vaccination.
Wow. Okay, so many people on Fox have always said, go get the vaccine, but there's certain people, Tucker Carlson, Laura Ingraham, Hannity, that have been or had guests on that were at least incredibly anti-vaccinated or anti-vax. I heard through the DC grapevine that the White House has been in contact with Fox News and has asked to have the misinformation stop. I wonder if that's what's happening here. What do you think, Linz?
I mean, that's a large thing to say because I think that many White Houses have asked Fox News to change different tunes. So, I mean, if that actually happened, then that's interesting. But I also think it's just people staring at like selfishness and the reality of us being in lockdown all over again. And so these people are real humans. Fox is a real company. And we all saw the damage that it did to a lot of companies, specifically media companies trying to figure out with advertisers dropping and changing their budgets, providing different dollars for advertisements. I think that they are just like, okay, we can't really shut down again. So we need to stop playing a little bit and tell people to get vaccinated, because if you see what's going on in Europe and different places, you can see that that's exactly what we were looking at a year ago. And if that happens over here again, we're going to be back on Zoom and doing the show. And that it just doesn't, that's not the format of many television shows.
Right. And in fact, at Fox, you have to voluntarily disclose your vaccination or you have to wear a mask. So all those people that have been having those guests are all vaccinated. I just want everyone to know that.
Right. You know, there are people who absolutely did not get the vaccine because they heard from Tucker Carlson
1,000%.
or Hannity.
1,000%.
And I'm always so like, always pay attention. Like, first of all, when everything went down, I was like, I know everyone's like, okay, she's going crazy, because I was like, get cash out of the thing, do this, do that, survive, and like, you know, that's just my like go-to.
Of course.
But I was looking at the next echelon, and that's the thing. We never look at what other people are doing versus what they're saying.
Yep.
I was always looking at what people were doing. They were taking money out of the stock market. They were not doing purchases that they previously, you know, big purchases they previously had planned to do. There were all of these movements happening in corporations. You need to pay attention to what the next level and the level above is doing. Always, not what they're saying. Because if you are going to have guests on to perpetuate the idea that vaccines are unsafe or they are unnecessary, but you're vaccinated.
Exactly.
But you got vaccinated.
Yeah.
So why'd you get vaccinated?
That's right.
So it's all who and you got vaccinated?
That's right.
Okay, then I'm getting vaccinated too.
That's exactly right.
That is criminal.
Oh, man, let us know what you all think. It is interesting to see the turn. We do want to give a big DBL shout out to the Bucks, Milwaukee. If you didn't know, they won the NBA championship last night for the first time in 50 years. Tens of thousands of Milwaukee fans took to the streets to celebrate the big win. And check out MVP Giannis, who put up, no, I'm not kidding, 50 points in the game. He was so blown away by the win, he had to take a seat after the final buzzer. I asked Siri what the Bucks score was, and she thought I was talking about the Buccaneers. Like, even Siri didn't know about the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm so happy for them. Giannis, you killed it. What'd you guys think?
Well, I'm happy that they won. The Bucks is one of the few teams that has a black owner, and she's a woman also, and so she's a part minority owner, and so I just am happy about that win.
Nice.
And many other things.
Very nice. All right, Chris Clark, our executive producer. A huge Milwaukee fan. Are you 1 to 10? Where are you right now? 10. He's at 10.
Also, I love that Giannis said, I'm not trying to be Jordan.
I know.
And I was like, brother.
That's a whole other box.
That's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other combo.
Are you Jordan?
Me.
No.
Don't compare me. That's right. Well, coming up on DBL, track and field icon Jackie Joyner-Kersee. She's taken us back to the Summer Games when she dominated to get the gold. And will the air rage, yes, it's a new word, ever end? The self-defense moves, yep, I'm serious. Flight attendants are having to learn to take down out-of-control passengers. Ay, ay, ay.
DBL is back with all new shows live. And this is where I'm going to push back.
And I can't follow that.
I'm not going to sit on this show and not say anything.
If you disagree with us, that's A-OK. DBL, all new every day.
Watched the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Phoenix Suns. I was thinking Chris Paul might kind of come out and book her and do something crazy, but Giannis with 50 points totally won. A lot of you have been asking me who's running the camera now. We don't know. So let me have the camera. Everyone. Me. Lizzie, I apologize. This is Lydia.
Hey.
Lydia, where are you from?
Well, I grew up in Arkansas. I went to college in Missouri.
And what is your favorite movie?
Honestly, like Joe Wright's Pride and Prejudice, probably.
Oh, I love her. I love her. Jane Austen, baby. So that's Lydia. She's our new hire. We want you all to meet her. She's lovely.
And Tori's about to be my new hire because her camera skills are on fleek. If people still say that.
On fleek. You want to know, can I say something funny? I went to the hairdresser yesterday, and she goes, I go, hey, I'm like this and this and want this. And she goes, vibes. She's 21. And I go, excuse me, is that like the thing to say now?
It's like
is
your hair's vibes.
Yeah, do I say vibes now when I'm
But you
feeling
can't
it?
repeat them or you become the mom.
Yeah,
in, like,
she said,
those
please
movies.
don't ask me that. I was like, okay, sorry.
You gotta just do what feels natural.
But I like that, vibes. So that's cool.
I cannot keep up.
You can't keep up with
can't
kids.
keep up.
You just gotta,
I was doing that podcast with T.I. that was almost a year ago, and that was the first time I heard no cap, and he said it to me, and I was like, and then he said bars, and I was like,
okay, no cap means like I'm not lying, and bars means like okay, you just spit like a really good bar. Like if your sentence was just
Mic
like
drop.
a mic drop moment.
Can you say, I'm sorry, no cap, C-A-P?
No cap means I'm not lying.
But am I saying it right, no cap?
Yeah, like no baseball cap.
Oh. Hey, love you
That
guys,
was my
no
lesson.
cap.
I have a 26-year-old little brother, and so that's why I get these explanations.
No cap, no.
Eli uses the word cap all the time.
Welcome back to DBL. Can we just take a moment here to talk about what we're calling the air rage that's going on? You know what I'm talking about. The FAA is sounding the alarm, saying there's been more than 100 in-flight incidents in just the past week. Y'all, including this incident on a Frontier flight. Take a look.
Don't get in the middle of that. Don't just call the cops. Don't get in the middle of that, Sharon. I'm about to break it up.
Hey, I'm gonna break it up right now. I'm gonna have security come beat this aircraft.
Okay, let's have a moment there. That was some serious things. I hope everyone was okay. Now some cabin crew are being taught fighting moves to take down unruly passengers, like the double ear slap, the eye poke, and the groin kick.
The double ear slap?
Guys,
This makes zero
what are we doing?
sense to me. Zero sense. First of all, our cabin crew should not be like doing
Karate.
fight scenes in the middle of the air. And then also, it's so strange to me because clearly this is a consumer who needs to fly. Like, you've been on a plane. There's probably other places in your life that you would like to go. But like, you're basically demonstrating, like, if a person was, I don't care to be in the air anytime, anywhere, ever, that are the people who are actually doing these things. You are permanently on a no-fly list.
Yeah, forever.
Like, just, I hope you have gas because you are going to need your car. Forget ever, like, ferry boats. Maybe you could, like, get on a cargo ship or something and get to another country. Like, what are you thinking? That is so short-sighted.
And also, who's waiting for you at that door? You're assaulting a FAA employee. Are you kidding me? That
Like,
you don't think
people
you're
don't
going to get
understand
caught?
anything that you do in the air is a federal crime.
Correct.
So that's why I'm not understanding.
Correct.
Like, we keep on saying people have COVID brain and everyone's outside again, and I'm like, no, it's still a federal crime. So like, if I wasn't going to commit a federal crime prior to COVID, nothing about COVID is going to make me go on a plane and smack somebody in
Is
midair.
there some truth, though, that COVID has either lost our sense of society or
No,
we're all
if
pent
you're
up?
a grown man, 30 years old, and in 31 you were locked down, if you lost your sense of self in a year that you are going to be hitting somebody or somebody who flies a plane or operates a plane in any way or sits on a plane, then you need to go to jail. And I think the punishment should be even harsher now because it's happening so often.
You would think that people would be in a sense of more gratitude to be able to get, like, move about the cabin in the world. But, like, I mean, these are, you know, you can't, when people are stuck on stupid, that's just what
They're
it is.
stuck. I will say this. Remember when we were all like honking and howling and clapping for healthcare workers? Remember that the flight crews, they're also part of those people that are helping us get back to business. So let's give them some respect, huh? Coming up on DBL, our Beyond the Medal series continues with the one and the only Jackie Joyner-Kersee, how she's still inspiring today's athletes after her success getting the gold.
According to studies, we're lied to between 20 and 200 times on any given day. But what constitutes a lie? If I tell you I'm fine when I'm not, is that a lie? Is there a way to detect deception? I'm William Shatner, and I don't understand.
Welcome back to DBL. We are all so excited for the Summer Games to start this Friday. And all this week, we're chatting with former medalists to reminisce about their past glory. Earlier, we caught up with track and field star Jackie Joyner-Kersee. Look at her, so chill with all those medals. That's in today's Beyond the Medal series.
When you think of track and field, 3 names might come to mind. Jackie Joyner-Kersee. She's a 6-time Summer Games medalist. In the 80s, she dominated the scene as the first woman to win back-to-back gold medals in the heptathlon. To this day, it's her name in the book for the world heptathlon record she set in '88. Sports Illustrated even called her the greatest female athlete of the 20th century. As accomplished and humble as Jackie was on the field, it's what she did off the field that embraces the true spirit of the games.
Wow, we are here with the First Lady of Track and Field, Jackie Joyner-Kersee.
Yes!
Wow. Thank you so much for joining us here on DBL. I used to love watching you race. Now, what advice do you have for Team USA after a year-long postponement? What do you think will be the greatest challenge for them?
You know, my advice for them is to focus on what they can control and not worry about the things they cannot, and really stay protected. You know, all of them have trained so hard, and yes, it's been a year delayed, but I know they're all are eager and ready to compete. But more importantly, I want them to be safe.
You won 3 gold medals, 1 silver, 2 bronze. Where do you, first of all, why are you not wearing them right now?
Yeah, wear them, Jackie.
I would have those on at the grocery store. So we are different people. Yeah. But you know, I just want to know, like, where do you get your physical and mental strength from? Like, talk to us.
I want to believe from my parents, and my mother and father were 14 and 16 years of age when they had my brother Al first, and myself, the oldest girl, and my mother never ever talked about giving up on us or just giving in and stay committed. And so I want to believe that was the beginning, but then also going on and working with great coaches and people who saw the potential in me that I did not know that I had, and understanding that one thing is to compete physically, but you have to have the total package, and that's where the mental comes in.
I just have to ask you really quickly, where are those medals? Are they like on a trophy case? Where are they?
You know what? I lost my father 2 years ago, and he was keeping the medals, but now I just keep them, in like the nightstand. You know, those medals are 30 years old. You know, they're kind of old.
I love that.
I would hang them in the bathroom, the guest bathroom, so everyone can take pictures. I can't believe I'm talking to you. Such an icon. You competed in 4 back-to-back Summer Games. Do you have a very favorite moment from any of those?
You know what? Each one of my Olympic Games meant something to me. When I say meant something, it was a stepping stone. '84, I was picked to win my first Olympic gold medal, but I didn't. I fell short because I wasn't mentally tough. You know, I had an injury, and I let the injury get the best of me. And so I trained the next 4 years saying, if God blessed me to make another Olympic team, I want to be the toughest athlete out there mentally as well as physically. So definitely winning 2 golds, but then going on and going back to back when people thought that was impossible to do. And then my final Olympic Games in Atlanta, you know, pulling it all together. I wasn't able to finish the heptathlon, but I was able to compete in the long jump and come away with a bronze medal.
Take us back to 1988 in Seoul when you set the world record in the heptathlon. What sticks out most about that win?
You know what sticks out most was that going into the high jump, you know, I knew I had patellar tendonitis, and I was kind of concerned. And that's the event where you can score the most points. But luckily for me, we all didn't jump well. We only jumped, I think it was 6 feet 1 inch. And that was really the breaking point for me to just stay steady and just execute what I had been prepared to do. And I knew from our Olympic trials, first time I could ever run 2 minutes, and I think it was 20-something seconds. So I knew I had like 200 points there to gain.
Wow. Unbelievable. And Jackie, you know, you're called one of the greatest athletes of all time, and you are. So is that something that you dreamed of as a little girl? You mentioned that your mom really instilled in you determination, commitment. Did you ever envision yourself as a young girl winning gold?
You know what? believe it or not, my age group coach, high school coach, Coach Nino Fanoy, he said I had the potential, and all I wanted to do was go to the Olympics so I could be on television. I didn't dream about the gold medals or any of that. That's what I wanted.
That's so honest. I feel like she should come here, be on TV,
Yes,
be a panelist.
please.
If you're ever in Denver, please feel free.
We would be honored.
We'd be honored to have you. Now, you've gone on to make a difference in your community through the Jackie Joyner Kersee Foundation. Talk to us all about what that means to you and what that's about.
Yes, the Jackie Joyner Kersee Foundation. I started my foundation work back in 1988, and it was because I came through a community center, and I lost my mom when I was a freshman in college, and I started thinking, where do the young people go? So we do door-to-door transportation from picking our students up from school, bringing them to the JJK.
Does anyone else feel more American talking to Jackie?
Yeah, I do.
I feel like a throwback. I remember like as a little kid watching the Olympics, and you were so proud of your country because of you, Jackie.
The pride.
Really?
I know.
Totally
It's true. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's such an honor to speak to you, and I'm so sorry to hear about the loss of your dad a couple years ago. Our thoughts are with you. To learn more about Jackie's foundation, visit jjkfoundation.org. Jackie, thank you so much for coming on DBL.
Hero.
A true
In the
American hero.
flesh.
You're always welcome on our panel.
Thank you.
Jackie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Jeff Bezos, who heads up Blue Origin, was one of the 4 people aboard the New Shepard Tuesday. Went to outer space and back in under 11 minutes. Enough time for rumors to spread about how exactly Bezos' cosmic cruise was funded. Some suggest that taxpayers funded the mission. So let's verify. Did taxpayers fund the recent Blue Origin launch? Our sources, a NASA spokesperson, and Scott Pace, director of the Space Policy Institute at the George Washington University. He also previously served in the White House on their National Space Council, literally analyzing NASA budgets and space policy. NASA addressed this claim head on. Quote, no taxpayer dollars were used for the Blue Origin New Shepard flight today. So we can verify that this claim is false. But NASA has worked with Blue Origin in the past, like it has with lots of private companies.
Are there billions of federal dollars going into what Jeff Bezos did today? No. Has the federal government put significant amounts of money, somewhat under $1 billion, in a variety of areas for Blue Origin? Yes.
And all of those agreements are posted online, so we took a look. Blue Origin has received millions of dollars from NASA. In fiscal year 2020 alone, they got over $230 million, according to this NASA report. Most notably, Blue Origin's bid for NASA's prestigious Artemis program, which plans to send the first woman and the first person of color to the moon. In April 2020, Blue Origin was among 3 companies to get a big check to move through the bidding process, a total of $967 million. A year later, they didn't get it, as was offered to SpaceX instead. Blue Origin is appealing the decision to the Government Accountability Office, and NASA says they're going to make their final decision later this summer. And why does all this matter? This is billions of taxpayer dollars that are up for grabs. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozloff.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time for a security alert sponsored by LifeLock. Scam calls for sweepstakes are on the rise and older people are being targeted. So did you know the average dollar amount a person 55 and older gets scammed out of is $900 a year? That's a lot. The Georgia State Attorney's Office said they receive 20,000 scam calls a year. This has been going on since the dawn of time, and it's only getting worse, especially on cell phones. So protect yourself. Don't fall victim to these scams. Your best bet is don't answer calls if you don't know or recognize the caller. If your information has been breached, LifeLock is here to help. LifeLock keeps you and your digital identity secure from cyber criminals. Call 1-800-439-9017 or visit lifelock.com to learn more. Make sure to look after your elderly family members and friends. Dr. Coley's on the chat.
She is?
Hi, Dr. Coley. And she writes in, hi, DBL Nation. She says, I wear a mask in public places even though I'm fully vaccinated. And I'm wondering if perhaps that's what I might start doing now.
It's just frustrating because a baby pushes up and down so much that you can't even breathe. And so like the mask is like making it even harder to breathe. But I'm gonna put it on because Dr. Coley says so.
You're the only one who I'm gonna let that slide because people are like, I can't breathe. I'm like, open your mouth.
Well said. Good
Truly,
advice,
it's hard for me to
everyone.
breathe.
I know. Open the mouth. DBL's new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.